is Ed Boy. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. I'm excited. I think we got a major matchup first with Whitecaps and Storms, and I think Whitecaps they're on the bubble. I think if they win, they're in the playoffs, right? And if they lose, they're right below it, just missing the cut.
So if they do win, they are right below, but they need this win in order to even have a chance at the playoffs. They need some things to go their way, but it's going to be a good step for them if they do get this win. Unfortunately, Storm, they are battling all of the odds. They need things to go in their favor as well as win all 3 of their next games. So it's do or die for them right now, man, honestly.
It's not impossible. There's a chance out there, but not a great chance, but it's better than no chance.
True. So it's going to be up to Jargon, Nos, and what's the last one? Rec. It's going to be up to the 3 of them to prove what they have for the playoff spots. So I think if all the players are ready, we will get started with this match.
Do we know the records for either of the teams?
Yes, sir. Whitecaps, they're 9-6. Storm is 6-9. Haha. Whitecaps are 1-2 in their div. Storm is 0-3 in their div. So again, just a big battle for Storm right here. But let's get into this match. Unchained popping it mid for 7, who puts a shot on target, but Wreck with a good save. Now it's 7 trying to pop it back, but Wreck with a good 50. Insanity's rushing back. Wreck trying to get the flick, but it's going to be demoed, and Insanity's going to have this one. It's going to pop mid, but 7 has that clear. Chained gets the touch on. He's staying with it, trying to get a dunk. Not going to work out for him, though. Wreck is up off the side, but gets demoed by 7. Now Nos puts it on, but that's to nobody. Oh, never mind. That's mid, and Jargon is going to get the first goal.
Yeah, and that whiff here in the corner from, who is that? Insanity? No, from Unchained. That whiff there. Teammates were kind of trusting him. They maybe let their guard down for that split second, and, that left in an easy opportunity for Storm to clean it up. Easy goal. Shouldn't have happened, but here we are, 1-0. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining.
It is really unfortunate that they let that one up, but they need to get back into it. They need to brush it off mentally, but Monk is going to put that on target, and Unchained is unable to get there, and it's going to be 2-0 already.
Storm's coming out hot. Maybe they know it's do or die, and maybe they're turning it on the last few games of the season. Maybe they'll make a run. Hopefully, that'd be some interesting Rocket League to watch if they could make a run.
That would be, part of my friends, but that'd be hella good Rocket League to watch. It would be the Cinderella story that they want and maybe that they deserve. But 7 gonna miss it actually pretty badly here. Insanity now only gonna give that away to Nos, who tries to pop a mid for his team, but it's not gonna be too dangerous just yet. Now 7 has possession. He puts it into the corner. A bit of a double commit coming out by Storm right there. A good shot on target, but a good save by Jargon. Now Wreck is up with a good touch pass, Unchained. Ooh, a miss by Jargon, still trying to keep possession, not going to have it though. Insanity putting it down the field, that's popped mid, that's in the air, and the only person there is Unchained, but he puts it right to Jargon. He's trying to stay with it, but Insanity beats him to that one. Nos now putting that one a little bit high. Unchained with the boomer away, it hits the ceiling, so it's going to go down to Wreck, who gets the 50 off. Now Insanity beats him to it, Nos is up, popping that to the other side. Jargon actually misreading that one a little bit, and Unchained is going to take it away with it. Having the double touch, that's popped high, 7 is up, but a good clear away by Nos. Ooh, that's a bit of a triple commit, and some nice demos coming in, and Insanity is unable to put that on target. Now 7 trying to put it back on, but they are able to recover after that one. A good chance, unfortunately, wasted. I think the smoke may have messed him up. Insanity! That's going to be a little bit too high from Monk. Nos now with a shot. A good save from 7. I thought Insanity was going to go underneath him, but 7 was there to keep that. Now it's a 1v1. Popping it high 7, but Wreck with a good save. But a good shot from Insanity is going to pull one back for the Whitecaps.
And, watching these two teams go at it, we kind of talked about how Storm is, they're at this point really just playing to finish out the season. But, so far, if I didn't know that the Storm's record was what it was, and if I didn't know the Whitecaps record, I would say these teams look pretty even so far. They both look like they're getting good touches, some speedy plays, some double commits from both sides. They both look, I wouldn't say one team really looks to be standing out over another.
I would 100% agree, and Unchained putting a shot on target, but Jargon with a good save. Now, dang it, I lost my train of thought because he made that save. It was a good save. But So I think that a lot of it could come down to stream jitters because, you know, that if you're being streamed, you know, it makes you a little bit nervous to a lot of people. It could also just be warming up, playing together as a team, you know, in a more competitive environment. So, but Rek now with the ball, trying to put that on target. Gonna miss though. Unchained, he did get the clearance away, but that's only as far as Nos, who puts that on target, but a good save by Insanity. Now Jargon down that right-hand side, Insanity's up, does get the clearance away. Unchained, oh no. Now Rek caught off a little bit on the back foot. He does get control of it though, pops it over one.
Oh!
Insanity!
Oh, wow.
Good save.
Almost. Rek, that was a nice, he just completely controlled it. That was he was in free play right there doing air dribbles for fun, and he almost got a goal out of it.
Wow, there was such good control, but honestly, just a really good read by Insanity to deny him that one.
Yeah,
so,
tough save
yeah.
for sure.
Ooh, a good shot by Storm, unable to put it on target though. Rek not really doing too much with it. Now he puts it above. Seven's up, so is Nos. It's gonna go back only as far as Jargon, who tries to pop it to Nos, but Insanity clears it away. Rek now controls it, gets it past one.
Another air
Seven's
dribble.
the only one net, and he gets it this time, making it 3-1.
He will not be denied. He was putting one of those air dribbles into the back of the net for sure. And then this Storm team, that pass, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds right there, I don't think the ball left the Whitecaps half. They had all the pressure, all the momentum. The Storm, they looked really good. I'm kind of surprised they're 6-9. Maybe it's because of these kickoffs. The kickoffs might be what's really doing it for him. Let's see what happened. I wasn't even paying attention to. Oh, Rek, did he disconnect or? Oh yeah, his
go for it. Oh, his ping is insanely high.
His ping was pretty high. I think maybe it's the kickoffs or maybe it's the ping that's been holding them back. But I mean, they look so far really good. It should be 3-1. Kind of unlucky with the ping or whatever. I don't know what happened, but
maybe it was lucky for the Whitecaps then.
Yeah, it could have been lucky for the Whitecaps. We'll see.
All right, Rek trying to be Insanity on that near post, but he does get another good save. Now a good shot by Nos, but Insanity's going to get another save. Now 7 takes it down the field. Unchained providing the protection for him and enabling him to get that one, making it 3-3.
And this was kind of, who's that? Unchained. He's playing linebacker for 7 right here, blocking for him. Made it pretty awkward for Rek. He couldn't really challenge when he wanted to. Made it an awkward challenge for him. Kind of an easier shot for Nos because of the, or not for Nos, for who was that? Insanity that put it in. So
I believe it was.
You know, that linebacker play, it's been a lot more popular. It's kind of the meta nowadays.
What a
it's the
boomer
kickoffs.
shot.
Storm's kickoffs. That's what it is. I mean, we watched one game and they've given up what, 3 kickoff goals already?
Well, I think to be fair to them, one of their players did DC, so it could be a mix of the lag as well as the kickoffs. But a good shot from Unchained coming out there to give them that lead. It is just 1 goal. Now the question is, are they going to play like the AAA teams did on Sunday? Now Rek is back. They don't need to do it. Nos now with a good save. 7 popping that one mid. Nos booming that down the field. Insanity's going to be there though. Gets the return boomed back. Now he pops it on target, but good save by Rek is going to deny him there. Wow. And honestly, that was pretty insane. The past 2 minutes, it looked like it was going Storm's way pretty easily, but then a series of unfortunate kickoffs for them just kind of gifted the game to the Whitecaps, honestly.
Two kickoff goals is what, you know, really separated, because it was 3-1. We had the 1 kickoff goal go in. It's 3-2. Or no, it was 3-3. It was 3-2. We had that kickoff goal go in. It's 3-3. We're tied up. Another kickoff goal goes in. You know, it
was actually that first one to make it 3-2, because that was when Rek, I think he was having connection issues and just left. And he didn't even go for it, and then they just had an open net just to pop it in. So unfortunate game. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Because, I mean, really, the gameplay, it looked pretty even for the most part. Rek had some nice plays. Insanity had some nice flicks. They both have you can kind of tell who the shooters are. And, you know, you can kind of tell who the, fill-in spots, the demoers, the steal your boost players are. So I think we should have some pretty close games.
And if I do recall correctly, I believe it was Nos who had those 2 really nice, well, the one dribble play and then the dribble goal. But so I have a question. What do you think is going to be the biggest impact for them mentally? Do you think that they're going to be able to shake it off? Do you think that they're going to go into this next game just able to come out swinging, or do you think that it's going to be too much for them to overcome?
I think Storm, after that game, I mean, it was extremely competitive game. I think if, Storm can handle the kickoffs or the internet or the server or whatever it is, if they can survive the first 10 seconds of the play when the kickoff starts, I think they're good to go. And then they did have a few double commits with, I think it was Rec, and I can't remember who the other one was, but they did have a few double commits, so maybe they can clean that up. But I think, so far I see this going either way.
Sorry, trying to check and see if I have the correct server. I don't actually see Taylor in here, so I could have the wrong one. Okay, apparently it's the same server, so we gotta leave that one. Rip. All right, so who do you actually have for this one? Do you think that Storm are gonna take it? Do you think that they are able to survive that, or do you think you put your money on the Whitecaps?
I'm hoping with this new server that Rec doesn't lag out, and I'm kind of leaning towards the Storm. I think if they can keep up their pressure, they really had the Whitecaps pinned in their own net for at least half the game straight. They were doing great on the pressure. It's just the kickoffs and the double commits. So if we can clean those up, we can clean up the internet problems, whatever those may be. And I don't know, I think Storm's got a good chance to maybe upset Whitecaps.
After seeing that first game, I might have to agree with you, but we've seen so many times where the games flip-flop, where one team comes away with like a 7-4 win or something like that, and then the other team is like 6-2. So a lot of leeway here for the match to go either way, but both teams are going to be vying for that, trying to get that top dog spot. And do you think what plays do you think that the passing plays and like aerial plays have in a majors match, especially of this size?
I did see Whitecaps. They had, I don't know if they were messing around having fun, but they had a few like pre-jump plays where it might have been Nas dribbling or banging it off the wall into a player towards the midfield, and we had a few people both up in the air at the same time trying to get a pre-jump. I'd be surprised if somebody hits one. You never know. These major players do have pretty decent mechanical abilities, but those pre-jumps are super tough, super risky. So I mean, I don't know if I see one of those going in, but maybe.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in order to be able to pre-jump somebody, you really have to know your team, right? Like,
oh yeah, you got to have complete trust. You got to know where he's hitting the ball and when he's hitting the ball, how hard he's hitting it. It's a extremely tough read through the air. On the ground, it's not quite as hard. It's still semi-difficult. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see a few of those, bounce or passes across the pitch, on the floor, on the ground, rolling it to a teammate. Those are pretty common for major ranks. But the air dribble or the air pre-jumps, I don't see one of those going in. But I did see Whitecaps attempt it a few times.
Well, still trying to set up that new server, so we will get back as soon as we can. But honestly, I'm really looking forward to try and see some of those passing plays. I think the Whitecaps had some potential for it. But was it Rec or Nas? I forget who had that dribble goal. But
I think it was Nas because somebody was playing linebacker for him. Can't remember who it was.
No, that was Unchained and Insanity, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I might have it switched around in my head then.
Well, nonetheless, also, I like to call him the school bully. I don't know I don't know about you, but it's always been more fun to me just to say that, whoever's trying to knock him out of the way, it's just the school bully. To me, it's
call
just
him the
more
bully.
Fun. Yeah.
Fair enough, yeah. But yeah, man, this Storm team, they don't look like a 6-9 team. They look
really
like a competitive team so far. I guess I didn't see a whole lot of the beginning of the season for them. I don't know if they had the same roster throughout the whole season.
I'll be honest, I haven't been able to keep up with all of the teams, but I haven't heard of any big changes from them, so I think they do.
They've had so maybe it was just kind of it was the first time these three guys got to play together with each other, so they started out rough, and towards the end of season is when you want to peak. So maybe this is when they're starting to peak and play their best Rocket League. So that could be the situation. I didn't get to see a whole lot of them in the beginning of the season, but I mean, they look pretty good. I you know, I wouldn't ever count them out. They look like a nice, solid team.
Yeah, they really do. So hoping to continue that game one form before the whole internet and kickoff issues. Because I think that was a big part of their gameplay, especially towards the end. It was like the last 2 minutes, minute 30, when it was really just kind of fell apart for them. But I think the whole problem with the desync and server lag was just could have been messing with their heads. But let us see if they're able to get back from that and maybe get this dub back, or if Whitecaps are going to be able to capitalize on their lower morale and get in. All right.
I think we got everybody in.
I think we're good. All righty. Let us get into game number 2. Whitecaps 1, Storm nothing. But Storm definitely looking very solid in game number 1. Some unfortunate things happening for them. So they're going to try to come out banging. But Rek with a nice clearance away. But that's only as far as Nasu pops in mid. On Shane, though, with the boom back. Pops up. No one's challenging just yet. Rek is going for it. So is 7. But Rek does get the save and the clearance away. And Sandy now gets a good pinch. It's not going to be too dangerous currently as Nos clears the way to the side. Unchained pops in mid. He's going for the shot, but Rek is there to make that save. And Sandy's up. Not going to be too dangerous for him. Unchained now, trying to get a shot on. Going for the dunk. Not working out, though. Now Insanity trying to beat him there. Loses that 50. It's going to pop back mid. Now Nos is up, unable to find that angle. Unchained popping out away to the side. Jargon in mid. Oh, he got it past one, but that's not on target. So Unchained is going to hit that one away. But Jargon with a good 50. Now Nos is up, putting a shot on target. Oh! Being denied by the woodwork.
The pressure, like you can see it already right there. As soon as the Storm got into the Whitecaps half, the pressure was really solid for a good 15-20 seconds. They had a great opportunity to put a goal in. You know, this Storm team, I don't know. I think if once they get this pressure in, they're really hard to, you know, it's really hard for the Whitecaps to break out of the pressure. And so if the Stormcaps can keep getting that pressure set in, they're gonna have great opportunities to put some goals in for sure.
So I have a question for you. Did you play the Heat Seeker mode?
I did.
Yeah. So honestly, looking at this, it kind of looks like the Storm, when they're on the attacking form, it's kind of like Heat Seeker, like it just seems to go straight towards the goal, forcing saves out, just forcing the pressure. But when Whitecaps attack, it's not that at all. Like there's not too many opportunities on target, nothing too worried or nothing to be worried about really for the most part. So Storm looking a lot more dangerous on the attack despite having more saves on the side of Storm. So now Insanity is up trying to pop that mid, but Jargon is going to clear that out only as far as Unchained. Tries to get a touch mid, but he doesn't have any boost, unable to. Nos now taking it down that left-hand side, gets a flick, but it's not going to get past Insanity. Rek now turning for it, trying to 50 Insanity, but Insanity wins that 50. Now 7 popping that one mid for his teammate. A good shot from Insanity is going to put their lead 1-0.
And with these major games, all it takes is one guy to not get a challenge, one guy to kind of whiff. And, you know, as soon as that challenge in the corner there didn't go Storm's way, the Whitecaps smelt the blood in the water. It was, you know, as soon as that 50 didn't happen, it was almost a guaranteed goal. So that's what these major players are capable of. They see these mistakes, they see the misses, and they're really capable of capitalizing and punishing for those. So if the Storm can clean those up, I think Rek has 3 saves, and I don't remember seeing him get any of those saves. The Whitecaps haven't had a lot of pressure. They just had that, you know, weak challenge from Storm there in the corner, and they capitalized on it.
Yeah, with your earlier analogy, you would mistake them for the Sharks as they did pounce on that opportunity. But him standing with a good 50, getting bumped away though, doesn't have any boost, trying to get back. 7 now, trying to get it past Nos, but Nos with a good 50. Unchained's up, putting a shot on target. Pretty good angle, honestly, to get that rotation from his car, but Rek with a good save. Now Jargon passing that to Nos. Nos down the field. Nos trying to get a shot. It's an awkward hit, but 7 had the answer both times, getting 2 saves. And Sandy now stalling it out. 7 trying to go for the demo, but Rek is going to challenge him there. Now Unchained pops it up, and Sandy unable to get that touch. Rek now trying to put a shot on target. He does, but Insanity with a good recovery. Now Unchained is turning around. He's free currently, taking his time, putting it up off the wall, trying to get it mid for his team. But Storm are going to be able to clear that one away. Now 7 controlling it, or trying to, but Nos able to get that touch first. Jargon putting that off the side. Insanity with a good touch to deny them any possession and any real danger, but Unchained with a miss, but it only goes as far as 7. Now he's up the right-hand side. He's trying to do something, trying to make a potent attack happen, but currently it's not looking like it's going to happen. Insanity now trying to pop that mid, but Nos is there. Nos gets it past 1. He gets it past 2, but not past Unchained. Now Jargon down that right-hand side. He booms it mid, but only Whitecaps players are there. Now Rek with a weak touch. It's not what he's going to be looking for. A double commit coming out from the Whitecaps. 7 trying to get that dribble past Rek. It's not going to work though. Jargon challenging, but losing that 50. Ooh, Nos almost putting a shot on target, but unable to find the back of the net. Now 7 is up. He's popping that mid. Nos is up though. Will get the save. Not too difficult for him to read. Now Insanity trying to pop that mid. Jargon though does get a touch away. Gets it past 7. And Unchained now Rek trying to flick it past 7, who is on defense. Gets a dunk, but that's going to be off the post. Now Nos flicks back. There's still 1 goal down. Storm needs something quick, but it's not looking too hot. It's on the other side for them. They need a big clear from Jargon here, but 7 is going to let that die in game number 2. It's going to go to the Whitecaps.
And, you know, this game is... That game was almost as even as it could be. Both teams had plenty of opportunities to put goals in the back of the net. You know, the one goal that did get scored that game was because of a pretty weak challenge in the corner. But, you know, Storm had, what, 5-7 shots. Pretty good pressure. Whitecaps also had 7 shots. You know, it's pretty even. It's going to come down to who's making the challenges, who's not whiffing, especially at this major rank where, you know, 1 whiff and your team's going to get punished. You're going to get scored on. And I think Storm, they're kind of relying on Rek too much to be their scorer. They need Nos and is it Jargon or Drake? Is that how you pronounce it? But
I say Jargon, honestly.
Jargon. They're gonna need those guys.
Jargon or Jargon. So it's a very slight difference, I think.
Yeah. They just need those guys. They're not really a threat at the other end. They're there to keep the pressure up, but Rek really seems to be the only one putting shots, dangerous shots on. And Nos did have that one off the wall earlier in the game that was really close and dangerous. But, you know, that was the first one out of these 2 games. And, you know, Rek has had 4, 5, 6 really good opportunities. So I think if Storm wants to win this game, they're going to need Nos and Jargon to, you know, be a threat on the offensive end.
Yep, that is a very fair point. The only other thing is that I felt like I think that Whitecaps just had so much more of the possession in in the second game there. Like, they just had the ball so much more of the time. So
yeah, their possession is definitely a lot more controlled than you know, Storm's possession. Their possession, if you want to call it possession, is really just like the pressure they can keep up is how they keep their possession. Yeah. Whereas the Whitecaps, they're actually, you know, air dribbling it, going for, you know, some plays. But so I guess it's 2 different play styles, and, you know, some work better for different players. So we'll see.
I mean, it worked better for Storm, and it did work better for Storm in game number 1, but obviously because of that DC and the kickoffs, the game went to the Whitecaps. So 2-0 for the Whitecaps in the series, trying to close this one out. But Storm trying to regain that first half form in the game number 1, trying to get that attacking pressure, trying to go for the reverse sweep here. But let us get into this game. A minute passes by, nothing too major happens. Now 7 losing a 50, that goes mid. Unchained pops it down. Rek though with an important 50. That goes out as far as Jargon. The 7 now trying to challenge, but Rek is going to beat him there first. Insanity tries to boom it down the field. Ooh, gets it past 1. But Jargon there with a good save. Unchained now trying to pop that mid, but no one from the Whitecaps is there, and no one from Storm is there either. So Insanity now taking it down into the corner. But Nos with a good read, sending it down the other way. Unchained though getting it past 1. Rek now trying to control it. He's going up off the wall. Doesn't find it. I think it was closer. It was farther away from the wall than he expected, so he wasn't going to get that. Jargon trying to pass that to Nos. That's some miscommunication and a double commit, but Rek is able to clear it away. And Nos now trying to go on the offensive, trying to find somebody mid, but 7 with a good clearance away. That's popped him in now. For a pass. Let's say that was to Rek, because it sounds better. All right. Nas now up, trying to put it against the backboard. Rek is there, but it's not going to be on target. Jargon now, again, putting it off the side, but no one is there to follow up. Jargon bumps one aside, steals his boost. Now 7 off the wall, doesn't have any boost. A good 50 from Unchained, though, coming out. Unchained still trying to stay with it, but Jargon is there to get the clearance away. Now he's staying with it, trying to pop a mid versus team. Misreads it. That still pops relatively mid. Nas is going to get a touch. It's going to get 50, though. Rex. Ooh, that's a good pop by Insanity, and the first goal is going to go over to the Whitecaps.
All right, let's rewind like 10 seconds before this goal went in. Jargon was in the corner. He had the opportunity to make a really threatening touch, and he just whiffs. You know, that's if you want to be able to beat these major teams, you need everybody on your team to be able to hit the ball into a threatening position. If you got guys who are, you know, about, you know, like in a great spot to pass it middle and they just whiff, it's going to hold you back. But, you know, see, that's, look who passed the ball. You know, Rek is putting the ball in dangerous positions for the Storm team. Nas was there to really, you know, he's up there to challenge it. He keeps the pressure in, is what the other two guys seem to be doing for Storm. So, you know, if the Storm, if they want to, you know, not be a 6-9 team, they need some more threats down the, like Nas and Jargon, they're able to keep the pressure up, but they're, so far these few games I haven't seen them put anything threatening on target until Jargon. He must be listening to me. He put one on target. Like, I think we're 3 games deep, and this is his first threatening touch. So, you know, if they're gonna want to turn the series around, they really need more of those out of Nas and Jargon.
Yep, I think for that goal, for the earlier goal, not this past one, but Rek actually got a bump onto the Whitecaps player, so good from him as well as the pass. But Storm, if they're looking for a third, and that's an open net, and that's just going to roll in.
And yeah, look who's the man to touch it. This Storm team, they really run through Rek so far, you know, and you know, one guy can only do so much. So, and this game, Jargon and Nas have both been playing a lot better, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, they have been stepping up, and they are definitely needing that reverse sweep if they want to. Honestly, at this point, they're not really playing for they're not playing for a playoff position, but Jargon there is going to increase it to make it 4-1.
And you know, Rek there, he cheated up on the kickoff. He got 2 extremely good 50s, which left that ball bouncing in front of the net for Jargon. So again, you know, it kind of goes through Rek so far. It seems to be the pattern we keep seeing.
Yep, so at this point, just as a reminder, Whitecaps, they are right below the wild card number that they need, but they need a win here in order to get right above Ascension, but they need some things to go their way if they want to make it into playoffs. And right now, Storm is definitely not handing it to them on a silver platter. They're making them work in game number 3. They're coming out hard, but now Unchained gets a goal back for the Whitecaps.
And yeah, I like how we got Rek's point of view here. I think he was watching Jargon, was kind of expecting a challenge up there, kind of creeped up too far, and got over his head. Was, you know, a goal that really shouldn't have went in. So maybe just, you know, a little bit, I don't know, miscommunication there from the two, or a misread from Rek, but either way, it shouldn't have been a goal that went in.
Now the question is, are the Whitecaps going to be able to capitalize then in the next minute, or are we going to go into game number 4 at the very least? 7 though, getting double committed on by Storm. Now Insanity trying to control it, but Jargon popping that high for his teammate. He puts it over, and Nas has a very hard angle to put that in, and he's not. So 7 now just buying time, it looks like, but he doesn't have too much time to be dealing with. Jargon trying to put that on target. That goes down to 7, only as far as Nas. Unchained missing. He's lucky that's not on target, though. Insanity now the right-hand side, but gets dunked by Rek. Now 7 on the other side, gets a pinch. It's not looking too dangerous, though. Nas will get that one. Ooh, that was a good dribble by Nas. Oh my gosh.
The bump is what got him the goal. I think that was Jargon in the net. You can see him just, who is he bump? He bumped somebody in net, and that left it wide open for Nas to let that ball just float right in. So good. You know, I think that's what Jargon, he's your player he's bumping people out of the way, he's stealing boosts, he's getting, you know, making awkward touches. So that, I think that's kind of what Jargon's role is on the team, and I think he played it perfectly right there. So we can definitely see some personalities out of this Storm team.
So I have a question for you. So one of our co-casters, the great Quantum Deathcat, he has said multiple times that if you make a team uncomfortable, you are going to find the win. So what kind of plays we've seen a rule one here with Nas and Insanity? I like it. Respect going out to both of those players. But back to my question was, what do you think the role of I don't know, uncomfortableness plays in major games?
Oh yeah, like the player. So like we could go back to that air dribble that Nas had, where Jargon bumped to the goalie. You know, if you got a guy who's, you know, they're not maybe your favorite people to play against, where they're just always going for bumps, but it really affects the game. You know, it affects players' mentality if they're getting bumped every time. It affects how they rotate. So, you know, it can be a mental game if you got somebody who's just heat-seeking other players to demo them. So, you know, if Jargon keeps those up, I think he's going to open up room for Rek and Nos to, you know, get some shots on target. So maybe that's what the Storm's game plan is kind of transitioning to. You know, let Jargon kind of harass everybody, you know, steal the boost, get the bumps, and let Rek and Nos kind of go for the maybe more solo plays. So that could be Storm's play style for the next few games. And I think that's what got them to win that game. And I think Whitecaps there, they didn't seem to really be too aggressive. They kind of seemed to be waiting for Storm to mess up. So if Storm doesn't mess up, I think Whitecaps is in trouble. So if they keep playing like they did, Whitecaps is going to need to change something. They need to start throwing in some demos, throwing in some, you know, just plays to be a little bit more aggressive, I think is what they need.
All right. So can their aggression turn this around? Could they do the reverse sweep? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Give an S in the chat if you think Storm are going to take this, or give a W if you think Whitecaps are going to take it. But server went down for maintenance, so we're just trying to pop it back up real quick, and then we'll get right back.
It wouldn't be Rocket League if the server didn't go down. You know, it just wouldn't.
Honestly, I feel like every single time that you try to create a game, or at least stream a game, it always happens.
Always.
It's just like, haha, screw you.
It's just their little inside joke. They know what they're doing. They're just messing with us like that. Every time.
Next is going to be RLCS. Every single game is going to get canceled halfway through because server went down for maintenance. They're going to be like, oh, we don't know what happened. Sorry, I should not speak ill of the devs, you know, because they have power over me that I can never hope to have.
True.
But as soon as everyone gets into here, we will get started with game number 4. But Whitecaps still have the lead in the series 2-1. Storm taking back that last game, not going down without a fight. And Ed Boy here seems to think that their way back into this is playing with more aggression. So more demos, more forward plays, and let us see who has the ability to close this game out.
Yeah, I'm kind of putting my money on Storm. I think if they, you know, limit the mistakes, they got a great chance to, you know, make some really nice plays. So I'm probably not supposed to have favorites being a caster, but I kind of like watching the underdog. You know, I always root for the underdog a little bit.
So you have faith in the reverse sweep. It's
I do.
Sorry, I'm just reading the in-game chat. All right, I think everyone is in, and I think we are ready.
I do see 9, so I think we're good to go.
Yeah. So Storm. That is, oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm excited. I'm rooting. I'm probably not supposed to pick a team to root for. Being the caster, I'm probably supposed to be, you know, out of it. But I'm kind of rooting for Storm. You know, they're the underdog. But I've seen some great plays out of them. You know, it's there. They just need to, you know, make it come to fruition for them.
So I'll be honest. As a caster, at least me personally, you can have a preference on who you want to win. And as I say that, of course, Rek is going to be the man who gets the ball right off a kickoff, unchanged, unable to get that off the wall, and just going to pop it into an open net.
Yeah, I got a good feeling about this Storm team. I don't think they're a 6-9 team.
Well, maybe they were just having that record for the memes, huh?
Yeah, maybe they're just you know, setting it up for themselves. They want to be the underdogs.
If they make it into playoffs, that is going to be quite the story, and it's going to be a tough time bumping into each other. But you know what happens. So, but as I was saying, as a caster, you could totally have a preference who you want to win. I just don't think it should really influence how you cast, if that makes sense. But
Mhm,
that's
yeah.
just me. So Jargon now with a clear, but that's only as far as Insanity, who pops that one back. Now Rek is there off the back wall, popping it back on. 7, ooh, not able to get the challenge before. Rek is there. Insanity now taking it away to the side. He's still staying with it, gets it not past Jargon, who gets a slight touch on it. Now Nos in an awkward position, but gets it over 1. 7 is there, gets it past Nos though. 7 now trying to settle it down for his teammate, but gets surrounded by Storm players who are 1 goal up. They're still down in the series now. Jargon with a good demo, but Rek didn't have a good touch. Now Jargon is able to get back on defense though. He's trying to clear it away, trying to buy some time for his team. Tries to get it past Insanity, I believe. Unable to though. Insanity popping that on for Unchained. Rek now, a very awkward position, gets bullied a little bit by the Whitecaps. And Jargon misses that one. Nos is up, bumps Unchained away, and Rek hits that into the corner. It could have been dangerous, but too many of them were too far pushed up. Now that's going to go mid. 7 has control, looking for the flick to the pass, but Insanity is unable to read that.
I like the idea. That was a really smart idea to try and pass it towards your teammate, because I think it was Rek sitting in net maybe. You know, it's a pretty easy save if you just flick it slowly right at him, but if you can throw it over your teammate, let him shoot it, it's a tough save. Oh! It's the Storm team.
I'm not disagreeing with you. They do seem to have what it takes, and that's going to barely roll in. 7 hitting that, and that was on the line, but it slowly rolled over as the RNG gods did bless Rek with that goal. So now they're leading 2-0. 7 now trying to take it back, though. Rek with a good save. Now Unchained hits it into the corner. Honestly, just most of these attacks coming out from Whitecaps, I feel like they're trying to be too fancy with it. Like, they're not... I don't feel like they're putting enough pressure on target, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they're kind of just there to touch the ball, but not so much to force it. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just seems like something's not quite there. You know, it's
like they have the idea, but like their car is like a centimeter off where they want to actually hit it. You know, like that's just what it feels like to me now. 7 pops it into the corner, but it's not going to be too dangerous. Again, now Nos trying to turn with it. Unchained, not getting a touch. Nos popping it over 1. That's to Jargon, who gets bumped away actually. Now Insanity controls it, flicks it past 1. Nos is up, gets a touch, but that's only as far as 7. Nos pops it up for his teammate, but Unchained is up there first with no contention. Now 7 trying to pop it down for his teammate. Insanity is there, but Rek got there first. Now Rek again trying to stall it, pops it high. Is his teammate there? He is not. 7 gets it past 1, but Nos is there. A good flick on. Insanity is back though. We'll get that save pretty easily. Jargon now trying to pop it mid. Unchained pops it down to Insanity. Insanity still trying to stay with. Ooh, gets a good pop over 1. Oh. That's back into the corner. Now Rek trying to clear it away, but 7 popping it away to the other side. Insanity now off the side, but Jargon is there first. Unchained does get a touch, but that's only as far as Rek. Now Nos popping that mid. Ooh, a good bump coming out. Jargon did get a shot on target, but 7 with a good save. Now Unchained putting it back down on the other side. Nos trying to stay with it, trying to keep possession. That's a triple commit, and that's looking...
The rare triple commit, dude.
It's just oof. I got nothing else to say but oof.
They haven't got scored on because of it yet, so I guess there's
the triple commit works. Should I try that in my AAA or in my AAA? Should I try that in my A game then? Ed, is that what you're recommending?
That's definitely the best way to play. Just the more cards you send at the ball, the better chance you have of hitting it, right?
Oh my gosh, Rek with a good shot on target, but 7 with a great save. Nos getting unlucky, getting denied by the crossbar. Now Insanity clearing that away to the side. 7 trying to control it. Nos helping him out there, actually. Now Rek down the right-hand side, trying to pop him mid. Jargon is there, but Rek goes for a solo play. Nos gets beats, but that's not on target. Insanity trying to play catch-up. And he has an open net to pop that 1 into to make it 2-1.
And I don't mind Rek going for that solo play like he did. It's, you know, I think the teammates maybe just... I mean, the Jargon and Nos they're good players, but I keep kind of picking on him a little bit. I think they should kind of, you know, let Rek, if he's got the ball, let him go. Let him take the solo play and then just kind of, you know, cover for him. You know, sit back a little farther, you know, protect the net a little bit extra when he's got the ball. Because he's making some great plays for him. So, you know, I just kind of let him go. Let him run.
Ooh, a good touch by Rek, and that's going to go to Nos, who's going to make it 3-1.
Yeah, great pass from Rek. You know, and Jargon kind of set that up for him. You know, he floated it right over perfect for Rek, and I think that's what Jargon's role is. He's kind of the, you know, he's not so much the highlight reel scoring flip resets, but he's, you know, putting his teammates in good spots. He's getting the bumps. He's you know, filling the positions that needed to be filled. So I like it. I think he's a good fit with the team.
All right. Well, apparently the reverse sweep, that is that what is in the script? Ed Boy trying to write it himself.
I'll pull it up.
I'm not sure.
I pulled it up. Looks like mine says we're good to go.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm going crazy then. All right, I just want to make sure.
I think there was a little hiccup. Everybody's saying to refresh, so I think there was a little hiccup. So.
Okay. All right. Well, it was a Bart bad. I'll take possession of that one. But let us get into this final game. It is a best of 5, and we have gone to a best of 5. Both teams are tied 2-2, and whoever takes this one is gonna take all of it. The Whitecaps need this.
Last game, I was about to point out, Whitecaps had, I think, 3 shots on net, and Storm had about 8 or 9. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it was a lot higher than Whitecaps had. So, you know, I think Whitecaps, they need some pressure. They need some aggression out of somebody. They can't just sit there and wait for the mistakes, because I think Storm, they finally kind of dialed it in. They're not really making a whole lot of mistakes. Besides, they did have a triple commit, but you know.
It was just once though, and they didn't score.
Yeah,
so it was okay, right?
it's fine. It's fine. We won't worry about it.
All right, Unchained though with a good touch away. Missing, actually 2 of them missing now. Now Storm trying to go back on that counter attack, but a miss by one of them is going to give it straight back to Insanity, who gives it right back to Storm. And now Jargon putting it off to the side. 7 getting a touch, controlling it, trying to flick it over Nas. Not going to work though. Insanity hitting it off to the side. Unchained, that's going to go mid after a 50. Now Nos. Not looking too dangerous for Storm right now. Some solid defending coming out from the Whitecaps, but I mean, currently Storm just aren't applying too much pressure on. I think Rek was going for a demo. Now he's going to turn around, try to stay with it, try to put it mid for his team. Ooh, but Insanity with a good save. And Rek actually, I think, had a shot on target there with a good dribble. Insanity opting to play the school bully now, demoing one, trying to bully another. 7 not reading that pass. It was a good attempt by Insanity. A good flick by 7 now, but a good clear away. Now Insanity, that's off target, but Jargon is still there with the save. Trying to stay with it. Gets a touch. Nos now. Ooh, that's a bad miss by Unchained, but that's another bad miss by Nos. Insanity gets it past Rek, taking it down the side. Nos now controlling it, trying to get a flick. Oh my gosh!
Unlucky. I think 7 was going for a demo on Nos, and I think Nos, he was prepared to fake Unchained. I think he was playing the 50, and he kind of fucked, kind of lucky for him, but you know.
Well, it was very well calculated by Nos. I don't even really know if he. Don't even knew if 7 was going for the demo, but I mean, the Storm will definitely take that, and they're going to hope that this is going to secure them the win. But now all the pressure is on the Whitecaps. They're now down in the series by just 1 goal, even though it's a 2-2 score. My gosh. All right, so are the Whitecaps going to be able to put that pressure on? Are they going to sit back, try to counterattack, or what?
I think, yeah, that's been their game plan this entire time, is sit back and wait for a counterattack. But, you know, Storm, they're just taking advantage of it and keeping the pressure up. So, you know, the Storm's saying, go ahead, sit there and wait. We'll just keep banging it off the backboard until something happens for us. But, so, you know, the Whitecaps, they need something. They need something to break out. They need a little pressure somewhere.
Storm being so aggressive that they're going for demos as well, trying to get them off their groove. And I think Whitecaps are getting to be a little jittery, to say the least. So they're trying to make something happen, but it's not just working out for them. Ah, that's a double commit. Now Sandy's trying to settle it. Nos is going to challenge a good pop by him. That's mid, though. Ooh, and Wreck is going to extend that lead, make it 2-0.
And I think, you know, Whitecaps right now, they're trying to control the ball, but it's almost like they're trying to control it too much. You know, they're trying to turn everything into a air dribble or into a flick, but especially in threes, sometimes you just need to go and hit the ball and, you know, get the play moving to really help your team out. Because, you know, I think that's what they're kind of going for, these slow solo plays, and they're not really able to keep up the pressure because of that. But so they need to kind of just go. Try and do a little less control, you know. That's probably not the best coaching advice, but I think it would benefit them right here.
Yeah, so now the only question is, how do you think that the Whitecaps get back into this last and final game? They're 2 goals down, only a minute left. What do they do?
Oh,
never mind, make that 3 goals down.
I think you know, because let's see how many shots they have right now. Oh, they do have 4 or 5 shots to 7. So I don't know. Their shots don't really. I haven't seen 7 shots out of them. You know, I've seen like 1 or 2. It doesn't feel like they have 7 shots. So I don't know, they need some type of aggression or pressure somewhere. Some passing plays, maybe some demos, something more than, you know, these slow air dribbles, ground dribbles. So something, just a little bit more speed, maybe.
All right, I'm gonna give you an analogy just really quickly because I think it works really well here. But did you watch that Brazil during the 2014 World Cup? And Brazil?
I didn't. I don't think. No,
okay.
I didn't.
Well, it seemed like most of their games, they were just kind of winning off of luck, but not really doing it because of skill. And Whitecaps, I think that they won that first game mostly because of skill. And then I think the second game, Storm was still off, but Storm just coming out with so much more quality. And they have that spark. They have that aggressive desire to get goals and to make something happen. But Whitecaps just look flat-footed and without any real attacking chance.
Oh, we get there. Oh,
with 2 seconds left on the clock, Nos is going to make it 4-0.
Jarga he had a chance. I think they kind of bounced off each other, but yeah, he was close to getting that. That would have been cool to see. But yeah, I think it's just, you know, the Storm, I think they came in with the mentality they don't have anything to lose. So they just played, let it go, let the game come to them, just kind of played. And I think, you know, Whitecaps, they might have felt some pressure where they maybe played a little bit slower than they normally play, or played a little bit too passive. Maybe they might have been thinking too much. I think sometimes you just need to get out there, fly around, hit the ball hard, and, you know, hope for the best. But, you know, I think that's what Storm did, and I think that's why they came away with the win.
Yep, that is very fair. Well, I'm very happy to have casted with you. I am so sorry because I actually have to run to my game now, so I have to leave you really quick. If you want to keep talking, please do.
Hey.
It was a great game, but Storm getting that reverse sweep, really well done. Thank you so much. All right, I will catch you guys later. Have a great one.
Have a great night, dude. Hopefully they don't have a bunch of triple commits with their games. Hopefully they got some. I don't remember if he said he was AA or AAA. I don't remember, but, you know, they could still get some really nice game or plays going in those ranks as well.